Camp Nostalgic Studios presents The Funny Ass Roadshow. This episode, we're skipping across town to Urbana, Illinois at the Rose Bowl Tavern. Performing tonight, in association with CU Broad Comedy, Michelle Lohr. It's The Funny Ass Roadshow.
Hello, welcome everybody. Woo! We got woos right away. Oh my goodness. Wow. I haven't even done anything yet. This is amazing. My name's Michelle Lohr. This is Broad Comedy. I'm one of the producers. I'm so excited to see everybody tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out tonight. I'm really glad to be here. I had a weird interaction at work today. One of my coworkers approached me in the hallway and said, "You're giving off a real don't bother me vibe right now." And I thought, good. It's exactly what I'm going for. Doesn't seem to be working. So, gonna have to figure out how to dial this up a notch. So tomorrow, I'm gonna microwave fish for lunch, just to really let my coworkers know that I don't care about them as people. So, the end goal is to be accused of making a hostile work environment. So that's what I'm really going for. Yeah, woo to hostile work environments. How is everybody doing on their New Year's resolutions? Yay! Does that mean you're actually doing it? What are you doing? What did you decide to do for your New Year's resolution? Lost 20 pounds. Yeah. As she's eating popcorn. Oh yeah, so you can gain one back. It's great. Yeah, so this year my husband approached me. He said that he wanted to do a couples resolution, and I thought, okay, yeah, let's try that. I've never done that before. But the couples resolution he proposed for us to do together is for us to store fewer purses in our coat closet. Would anybody like to guess how many purses my husband stores in our coat closet? 0. You fucking nailed it. I have no idea how you guessed that. 0 purses in that coat closet belong to my husband. So it really seems less like a couples resolution and more like a passive-aggressive chores list, which I frankly don't appreciate. So I made a New Year's resolution that he can't fucking speak to me. So that is going strong. Haven't spoken a word since January 1st. So I'm sure some of you are looking at me and wondering, is she going to mention it? Is she going to talk about it? I am. It's true. I'm pregnant. You might have noticed. It's a little obvious at this point. I also have bad news. This nose is a dominant genetic feature, so no one's happy about it, especially this child when they get to middle school. It's gonna be a tough life for them. I didn't think I was gonna be an insufferable pregnant woman, but I totally am. Exhibit A, I'm standing on a stage with a microphone talking to y'all about being pregnant. So pretty good clue. I do this a lot. It's really satisfying. You kind of have to, And it's easy to be insufferable because there's just so many cool moments that happen when you're pregnant. I'll never forget the first time I felt the baby move, and I was just like, oh my God, so it was February 21st, a Monday. I was laying in bed, and I just felt like this little wiggle over on the side, and I was like, it's happening, I can feel them. And it turned out it was a fart, but the moment was still really, really beautiful, really, really touching. I am at the volume now where strangers want to talk to me about being pregnant when I'm just going about my daily life. So fun interaction I had the other day. Somebody asked me, how can you plan on having a kid when you see what's happening with climate change in the environment? And I thought, wow, what a fun question to contemplate at the checkout line of the co-op. Sure, let's get into it. The thing is, that's the fucking point. I don't have survival skills. It's too late in my life to learn them. Guess who's gonna get survival skills? this sucker. I'm looking into everything. We're talking archery, helicopter piloting, how to prepare human flesh for consumption. Like everything we need to know so that they can take care of me once the apocalypse happens. My skills are firmly pre-apocalypse. I'm really good at Lego Harry Potter. Picking ripe avocados at the grocery store, that's not going to be useful in 10 years. There won't be avocados. So really relying on this child to get me through. Other thing people want to know about is names. What are you going to name it? I think legally we have to give them a name. I think that's something we have to do. And we're having a lot of trouble picking a name. It's a lot of responsibility. So my dad is very into ancestry. I don't just mean he like sent a cheek swab to like a website. I mean he like goes to grave sites, looks at old census records, like does the whole thing. So I was like, this will be cool. I'll ask him for some names. We can connect on this. So I called him and I was like, hey, what are some common names in our family? And he said, well, I have 22,000 people in the database. Do you want all of their names? Oh my God. I don't, because that's literally every name in the world and doesn't help us narrow it down at all. So maybe like hit me with the top 100, something like that. So he narrows it down, and my family's Italian, so it's a lot of strong Midwestern names like Francesca and Antonio, like names you can really envision yourself yelling at the playground at Meadowbrook Park. And whenever people find out our family's Italian, they want to know, do you have connections to the mafia? And the answer is, that's such an offensive question, because of course we do. Like, how dare you even ask? One of the cool ones that came up during my dad's ancestry research is this guy named Ciro Terranova. He has a Wikipedia page and everything. He was alive in the late 1800s, early 1900s. We already lived through the late 1900s. And he was in the Morello crime family in New York City, and he even had one of those cool mafia names, which was the Artichoke King. And I think mafiosos are the only one where kind of the dumber their name, the more of a badass, that they were. If there's a mafia guy named like Joey the Murderer, like that guy doesn't get anything done, right? But if there's a guy named Johnny the Fish, you need to stay away from him. So we're gonna name the baby Artichoke and call them Artie for short. Yeah. Oh yeah, Artie. Give it up for Artie. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight, and Trick Your Bartenders well. Thank you so much for coming tonight.